Hello everyone, welcome back. Smothered Run once again with another Shogun 2 multiplayer online battle. It's another match-made avatar battle, and we're at Chubu Pass, and I'm facing someone who, when we actually played, the banners weren't actually blacked out. You can see the ranks and everything. This just has to be an error. But anyways. He played well. I think he was a couple levels below me, like one or two ranks below me, but not many. I mean, it's still a large battle, and he played well. I almost, minus the cavalry and the wedge formation, I don't understand. So anyways, I'll go through what he's got, because pretty much everything he has is now showing. He brought, what did he bring? 4 Ashigaru, a Bow Warrior Monk, 2 of those. Yeah. 2, 3, 4 Lone Swords, a Katana Samurai, and back here he's got Mounted Gunners. Fantastic. My favorite unit ever. Note the sarcasm dripping from my voice. Yari Cavalry, and 2 Monk Cavalry, Naginata Monk Cavalry. So, and in the wedge formation. So, sure. I mean, the cavalry's great. Wedge formation, not so much. But anyways, and then I've got my standard once again. Fly back over here. The standard Katana Corps for a large battle. 4 Katanas, 2 of them are vets, 2 Lone Swords, a Naginata Attendant, 2 Matchlocks, 1's Monk, 1's a Samurai, 1 Bow Samurai, 1 Bow Monk, 2 Yari Ashigaru this time, 1 Yari Samurai, and over here in the trees, just for some crabbing, we have 4 Yari Cavalry. Nope, 3 Yari Cavalry and 1 Light, and one of the Yaris is a veteran, so I really wanted the shrine going up against all these Ashigaru, but that's not going to happen. So anyways, I'm rushing, standard practice, rush my Yari Samurai towards the workshop. Yeah, and he's got some units in hiding too. I thought he had maybe ninjas or Waco Raiders or something, Waco Raiders or something, but it's just got stuff hiding in the trees. It was an interesting battle just because of how hard it was. I did win, but literally it was whoever came down to 2 units on his side and 1 unit on mine to win it. It was turned into just a slugfest. So automatically I saw his gunners, so I know, well, they're going to be a problem. I really do think that they've broken the game, the Donderbus and the mounted gunners. The heavy gunners, Portuguese Turcos, or Tersos, they're okay. They're okay to deal with. The Portuguese Tersos are quite powerful in melee, but the heavy gunners are easy to deal with. Just shoot them with arrows and flank them. Easier said than done usually, but it can be done. So I know he's sending his cavalry over here, so I said, well, okay, I'm going to just come at his cavalry. I'm going to make him move his cavalry.
Treacherously meant to ambush us!
And we basically all walked in. Now, we just bumped into each other in the forest. Now, there are a couple different ways I could have handled this. My plan was to charge at them and then swarm them, because they are only in the wedge formation. They won't be able to fight. They're not very maneuverable, but I see exactly where he's going, and I know his mounted gunners. If I've lost track of them, they're going to be right in the trees here somewhere, and I just said, you know what, I'm not walking into that if I don't need to. So, I think actually they're in behind, but I didn't notice that. So now, he's brought all his cavalry. I've unfortunately tipped my hand that I had, 4 units of cavalry hiding in the trees, so I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do first. I've already captured the What's this one? That's just a farmhouse again, so of course nobody cares about that. Managed to spook his cavalry out of the trees. Unfortunately, we spooked all of ours. What I should have done is just chased with 1 or 2 units that had been discovered instead of all of them, but oh well. For the most part, his cavalry, to me, isn't going to be that big of a deal. I mean, I know one of them has... I knew one of them had... I'm just going to double speed because nothing's happening. I knew one of them had the war cry. One of his monk cavalry had the war cry, but instead I'm going to use most of my energy. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm going to use most of my energy to go after these mounted gunners and not give them any free shots into me. So at this point, I'd rather him have to... I'm going to come through the trees. I'm going to use the trees for shelter from his bows for the most part, because he does have 2 monks to my 1. Just going to play this because this part, I said play. There we go. So I know his cavalry's running around in the back. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to start walking my troops over so that they can start getting shots into his gunners. The faster I can take them out, the better. So I'm just going to double speed because all we're going to start doing is just trading shots with bows. Pretty much all my units are hidden right now. What I could have done was just leave them, turn them off, fire at will, but I wanted to get shots into those gunners. I don't care if he shoots into... I don't care if he shoots into my matchlocks or my bows right now because he's not going to kill that many, even with his bow monks. At least that was my thought. Didn't quite turn out that way. There's a shot that got 3. Ashigaru and my tendons are okay, but some of my guys are getting off a little bit. But that's okay. I'm going after his gunners now. He does get 1 shot into them, but I do end up killed 11 men on that volley. I was a little pissed. I've killed 6, so at this point I was going, well, you know what, I might as well... Oh, nope, not going to... I was trying to bait his gunners. They do get some free shots into my cav. I was not thrilled about that. My, who are these? These are my matchlock samurai. I almost end up routing. Fortunately, I mean, he's doing a good job of juking. So this start, I'm not able to best him the way I want to. So at this point, I'm just going to start racing my cavalry after him because, I mean, if he had stood and fought, I almost end up losing these guys in my spear in his spears. So he rushes in, kills quite a few, but I get into his cavalry.
Our men are running from the battlefield.
And at this point,
Shameful display.
I'm just trying to finish killing them off, shatter them before the spears get there, and I just managed to do that. So this Yari cavalry's, I've lost 1 Yari cavalry, I think. Sort of check what I got. And now I'm bringing out my other cavalry. I've got 1 Yari that's hurt, another one that's fine. I've lost my light cavalry, and I've got this one that's still at 34. So I've got a couple that are in good shape, and I was a little I think I was a little wasteful with my cavalry. But I mean, I caught him napping, and that's all, because all he's got in the back here are katana samurai and lone swords. He's got 2 katana samurai. He's got no spears, no nothing. All of his spears are up here, and his cavalry. So I'm taking a run at his general, and I'm going to zoom in because this was... I don't get many cheap shots into a general, but this one was damn near epic, and this is actually pretty cool to watch. So here we go, regular speed, and pow. I killed 11 guys in that charge, and he's down to 8. after my guys are pulling through. Now I've gone and run into his... I'm just trying to, at this point, cause havoc with these, so I've charged into his swords.
Our men are running from the
I knew I was
battlefield.
never going to get them out of there.
Shameful display!
And while he was busy with that, I've just rushed his lines with my almost full Yari cavalry, or my full Yari cavalry, taken down his swords from the front. These guys are running in. I'm either going to try to get his bows. He's got his Ashigaru, and I'm trying to get in behind his Ashigaru. Somebody does do a whistling arrow. It's probably him or me, but that's fine. I get into the back. Take out... How many did I catch on there? I caught 19 in the charge on the rear. And then his bows took 7. I took 7 of his bows out, but these lone swords are down to half strength. I think half strength, and these guys are at 3/4 strength, and his general's down to 7. So I think that was a fair trade-off for 4 cavalry. I was okay with that. It was a worthy sacrifice. Good job, horses.
Shameful display!
In this case, I'll give you a free pass. I don't think that was a shame. Now, he thinks I have no cavalry. So he's going to try to get into the woods and sneak up beside me. But somebody left some matchlocks just standing there. So, yeah, not quite going to happen that way. So, of course, now I know he's going to send more cavalry back there and try to overwhelm me. So this is what control and right click is for. And I start sneaking my guys through the woods so that they're not in the same place when he brings all of his cavalry back. So his cavalry one's down to 18. That one's fine. And that one's fine. So the skirmishing and early action has done what I want it to do. I haven't really made much of a dent in his bows. Where are his bows? Actually, I think I have. Where did his bows go? Well, I know they're still there. But, anyways, yeah, he had one over there. Gonna double speed because now we're just sort of trying to figure out how we're going to attack each other now. I don't mind dragging these out. I'd rather be a little bit more methodical in how I take somebody out who's got a lot of Yari Ashigaru, and here we go. My planning to engage them, see now they're stuck in the trees, so they're not getting a good charge, so I just start fighting them in melee, hand to hand. I didn't even put the matchlocks on fire at will. Bringing over a set of... Now his cavalry's tied down, trying to get through. I managed to pincer one, and I'm going to route one with some spears, and these matchlocks are still... Well, I don't route him, but he's hurt again. And my matchlocks are in pretty good shape, just over half strength. And this is when I've said, well, I'm going. Now that he's distracted with my cavalry, I start moving up my first line of infantry. I should have had my katanas right behind. I was a little late on my micro, but they're running up. Moving my spears around to start flanking. He's leaving these guys out in the open on purpose. Take the charge so I can tie them down. Because right there are my matchlocks.
Our men are running from the battlefield.
Sure, he's gonna shatter my my lone swords, but I just roasted his Ashigaru and
Our general
cavalry.
is in grave danger, my lord.
My general's moving up. He's charging into my... He's charging his Ashigaru up, which is fine. At some point I stop firing into my guys. These Katana Samurai are broken, but they're not shattered. They do end up coming back. Actually, no, I think he routes them here. I think he shatters them here. My general can... Yeah, he shatters them.
Our hidden units have been discovered, my lord.
But that's okay. His cavalry is going to be dying very quickly against my bow samurai. So that's okay. Fair trade-off. At this point, I'm not too worried. He's got my my matchlock monks tied up with his Yari cavalry. These guys are not doing well up against the Katana Samurai and the Lone Swords, but that's okay. They're just there to, again, tie things down. He's lost a lot of his cavalry. He's losing his infantry against mine. It's just, mine's just better. As soon as I can get my general free, I'm going to start charging into his bows. So, and yep, these guys take another charge. They are, again, sacrifices. Just there to take his cavalry from getting into my actual lines. But again, I'm not too worried because my missile infantry will eventually... I do get another charge into, what is this here? Bow Warrior Monks, good job. Into his general. I've now broken through his lines. At this point, I'm just going, don't rout. Don't rout. Stand and fight. I've got these my monks ran out of ammunition, so they're in melee, hand to hand. I have no spears left to deal with all his cavalry that's left. That's, I've just got this one set of Ashigaru, and they rout. I was a little disappointed. So his general's gone, his bows are going. Now it's just a matter of keeping these bows stuck around. My samurai ended up beating that cavalry. So now it's just start cleaning up his Katana Samurai, which again I should be able to do. Bringing my general around as normal, in behind. Hoping these guys rout. It would have been nice if they routed. But I'm waiting for the rally to recharge. And for some reason, somehow, these guys didn't rout. And these guys start losing and shatter against... How? I don't know. I think it's probably because of the bows. So all I have left is one unit of swords, and I'm just like, come on, rally, hit. Oh, and I hit the rally, and they still rout. So now it's 3 on 2. So once again, these guys are just, their job is to shoot everything. This is where it really gets drawn out. Decide I'm going to race over to try to keep my bows as long as I can. I don't want them wavering or routing. I want them around as long as I can. Try to go and inspire them. But my inspire ability hasn't recharged yet, so now the general's close at least, so that's good. I'm going to charge into his swords. Leave these guys here. It's just like, thanks guys for coming out. Stand as long as you can. Take as many as you can. So, into his swords. He's got 1 unit of swords left and 1 unit of Ashigaru, which will be a problem. So, I decide I need an interesting way to deal with them. So, because I do have the no penalty against spears trait from my melee general, but still I'd rather not take them on on foot, or I'd rather not take them on horse just because they do still get an advantage. So I decide, well, he's got his spears over here to try to capture the building, or to take it away from me that I accidentally took it. Or no, he's got it. No, I have it. Anyways. No, he hasn't. Whatever. So he's trying to maintain the building. I charge in. I killed about 20 guys in that charge. 25 guys. Pull away. So I'm not at this point I'm not going to run around the map the whole time. I am going to charge him. I am going to fight him, but it's going to be on my terms. So decide, well, I need to he's down to 69 and 38. So what's 47th Ronin gonna do? For the moment, I'm just waiting until I drop from tired to winded and then fresh at some point. But trying to use use as much time also waiting for my Inspire ability to recharge, and my Rally. So I'm going to run away from them just enough. They're running away from me. I'm going to charge into their backs. Got another good shot at some of his... oh, no. Thought I did. So what I end up doing, I'm just going to pause and zoom in just to get a good... So just going to zoom in here. I'm amongst his Ashikaru and don't feel like taking them on horse, so... For some reason, when you're dismounting, people can't attack you. I did not know this. My horse does run away, but there he is. Takes out one guy. Running back together. Hey, you're in my way. Die. So, I'm on foot. Take out his... This was so cool. I did not think that I could win this, but I was trying every trick I could think of to try. So melee general, just go in and kill the peasants, please. Now his samurai are coming back, so at this point I'm going, I want you guys to rout as fast as possible. And here they go, they've just routed, shattered. And it's time to run back and get on your horse, but unfortunately, Mototsune's, my general, his horse has run away. So... trying to click on them to get the order to, as they're barreling down on my general, I'm trying to click on the order to get back on your horses. And a couple of them do mount up, except for my general and two of his bodyguard. And... I have to say, this part was hilarious. I did not expect this next bit. So now that they've dismounted and then remounted, they're actually fresh again, which blew my mind. Zoom back out. And we're gonna charge. I'm trying to walk them, but my rally's gone off again. I figure I might as well, or powered up again, might as well use that. Coming through the forest, getting ready to charge into the samurai. Just a last stand. Just gonna line the camera up. This was really cool to watch. And here we go.
Our general has been injured, my lord. He lives, but must leave the
Right
battle.
there, somebody
My lord,
stabbed my general.
a glorious victory will
But
soon be yours.
How did I win? Somehow I won. I have this guy put up a great fight. This was a good battle. Literally right down to the last 2 units. This was impressive. Anyways, I hope you guys, I know it was a little longer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. So I just wanted to, before I totally did say goodbye, I wanted to show, we both showed up with basically the same number of guys. We both killed basically the same number of guys. And yeah, I think I can't say enough. He did a great job. This was one of the more hilarious. No wonder they were so hard to kill. And he killed so many of mine. But Yeah, no, I think this was a good fight. But anyways, see you guys later.